Let's begin our second league match. Today we are playing Sultai Control Mirror. Our lists are quite different. They have a similar core, but my opponent is playing a lot more counter magic. 7 land is not keepable. Okay, I won't have green mana here until I get a forest. That's not very good. But we are on the draw and we still have some early stuff to do. So maybe I'll still keep that. We want those 3 lands. We won't have many targets for Virtue, and later we are interested in it as a 7-drop. Okay, perfect. Now we have mana for Uro. Let me see. Our opponent is playing 1 Shitang, so we might want to activate this land on our turn. We have Ura, so I would like to have a green-black land, but we can't take that. And we want a surveil land. Treasure Cruise isn't great with Ura. At the same time, we have to make some concessions. That growth spiral is very nice. We can keep that and counter magic at the same time. I'm not really sure how do I pronounce it. July? Our opponent doesn't play much graveyard hate, so that Uro can be quite safe in the graveyard. So I think I can play it. Maybe we are risking that they have some 4-drop. But at the same time I would like to draw my lands in curve and having lands is much more important. Especially in Control Mirror, where more lands is just better.
Open your heart to the magic that dances around you. I invite you to change your ways.
We can destroy that Oko. No, we can't. We don't have second black. And we also can't use that deceit. Things aren't going great. Let's mill some stuff. We could return that clue to its owner's hand, but it's also not a great play. I would rather have deceit for 6 mana. Let's pass. These are the lands we needed. unfortunately in our graveyard. Maybe I shouldn't have returned to Uro because it says may return. Uro on the battlefield would be just better, but now we can also play Oculus. If I had one more land, I could play this and regrow a land. Okay, I will just try to play Oculus and hope they don't have any counter magic. Maybe we leave an untapped land in the graveyard. Maybe we can get it back later.
Surely you see the humor here.
Now we might have to kill that. That's also quite unfortunate. Now our extinction events will probably go under the bat. What? Okay, looks like they might have some counter magic for extinction event, but we don't have much choice now. Okay, we are basically dead. I play 44 lands here, including that one Juary. And I do so for a reason. This deck really needs to play lands on curve. Not having second black also did hurt us. Okay, so we can pay 3 life and just be dead. Let's... I don't think we have any outs. Even if we draw something with Uro, no. Emeritus doesn't stop that. Beseat also doesn't stop that. Okay, we don't have blue, but we have demolition field and we had up the beanstalk, and this is very good in this matchup. If we can resolve this, and they don't have any spell piece or spell snare. Okay, let's hope they don't have it. Yay. Let's draw into something more interesting. And that's not great. I could keep this because it triggers the beanstalk. Not sure if I want to discard maybe 2 lands or extinction event in a land, or maybe harvester. Maybe we play this time a bit more aggressively.
Focused and disciplined. I have just the
I
trick for
really
this.
don't like Narset because it messes up my beanstalk. Okay, let's just fetch and play a terminus and pass the turn. Nothing much to be done. I want second blue. We don't need this. We've got... Yeah, this game we've got enough lands, really. Let's see if our opponent allows us to activate our cottage and finish the asset off. Okay, they got only 1 blue untapped. Now they have problem with lands. We could aggressively kill the Caryatid. But I think I would rather get rid of the Narset. I want to leave my graveyard in peace. No.
I won't forget our time.
That's very good. Now we are in a good spot. We got more mana than our opponent. We can wipe the board with Extinction Event or Cyclonic Rift. We've got threats that draw us a cards with Beanstalk.
It's Professor Delian Fell. Thank you. Show me what you've learned.
Killing this fort with Day of Black Sun doesn't make much sense. Restless Cottage doesn't kill Professor Delian Fell. So I think we've got to deploy a threat and then play Winter Night Stories. And see what we draw. We could play Wastefulness, but maybe they have Wilderness Reclamation. And this one has Menace, so it can't be stopped by Caryatid. I think we play this one first. Okay, auto tapper, don't screw me. We tapped this. Okay, leave 1 blue mana. Oh. Having any graveyard hate is good in this matchup. So I think I don't discard this Goose. We want more green mana for Skus, so maybe I'll even discard this. got nothing to return. Thank you. Give us something that attacks or makes some action.
Be gone from my presence.
Okay, I forgot that he has a -3 mode. But at least they didn't draw a card, and we drew a card of the Beanstalk and of Winter Night Stories, so we are kinda ahead in value. Attacking with our land is kinda risky. We could try play Wistfulness and maybe we draw into a Planeswalker removal. I play land now because they might have some weird counter magic, and that asks us to pay some mana. They even play Mystical Dispute. Let's tap this one. This one. We want 2 blue here. Maybe like this. That's unfortunate. But we can develop our Skuz. And have 1 mana for Fatal Push or exiling something from their graveyard.
The right spell turns poison to medicine.
That bat won't do much. It's like, choose how your bat wants to die. If we top deck an untapped land, we could destroy those 2 and activate the cottage to kill the professor. If we don't, then it's kinda harder. Emeritus isn't bad. But we can't play it and regrowth it together with Day of Black Sun. And I don't still know if they have some counter magic. They have 3 untapped mana. Let's see if they counter our Day of Black Sun, and then we will see what's next. Now we can try to consult the star charts at the end of their turn. Because I don't want this Emeritus to die to a counter magic or just from Professor's -3 before we can regrow like something like a 5-drop. So let's pass. I think I won't do this now because now they can't counter it. That's a removal for a Planeswalker, that's good, and that's an instant speed threat, that's also good. Overlord is also nice. One Shitong, I like it because if opponent taps out, we can draw a lot of cards. Plus it punishes any further fetches.
I have life essence to spare.
Ah, that's bad. Now we can try to Emeritus and regrow the binding. If they take it, they take Fatal Push? Okay, that's... I'm surprised. What creature do you have? Yay, our opponent finally tapped out. We can do some stuff. We can destroy... Okay, we can't destroy Professor by a land attack, so we binding the Professor. I could also just play Emeritus, use regrowth to get a land, then binding on Professor. I think I like that line because we want more mana, we always want more mana in this deck. And we get value from this, from Beanstalk, we'll draw more cards. So like 5 mana and 4 mana, okay. Let's don't mess up tapping ourselves. I don't know, let's just make simple decisions. And now we threaten that we get another regrowth if they don't destroy it. This is not very good or needed in our board state. We could one Shitong X6 or even 7. This way our opponent doesn't counter it. And I think I might like it. We draw 3 cards, we play a land, so we still don't have to discard any cards. No, we draw 4 cards. Okay, opponent doesn't have anything. We want to destroy this eventually, but we don't have to do this now. Cyclonic Rift isn't good versus this, so let's play that one Shitong. And we can treasure cruise, or we can deploy... No, treasure cruise is bad because we have to discard cards. But we could deploy more creature lands and more blue sources. Indestructible, and this one is really good. After extinction event, this is even, so we can play Overlord and steal extinction event this next turn. Tokens are also even. Let's start with this Overlord. We can even pay mana for a syncopate. And now we could deceit. But returning this to hand is risky. We could return up the beanstalk and try to play it again just for value. And again we draw a lot of cards. We could try to destroy their clue, but they can crack it in response, so... but if we pick up the beanstalk, we have to discard cards. Oh my god, too many cards. Okay. They can play Uro the same turn. Putting it into graveyard isn't helpful. Marankri, this one kinda... I think I don't want this one because it puts us behind in tempo, because it bounces both our creatures. I could even aggressively cast a Cyclonic Rift if they deploy both Uro and Ouroboros, but they don't have mana for both. Do they? Okay, they didn't play this Unable to Scream. Extinction event destroys all those guys, and then we can swing with our lands and Overlord, and I think that's a very good line. And then we can play Shelly, because it's safe. Okay. I like it that it highlights what is gonna kill. Okay. I agree with our opponent. Their board state wasn't very optimistic. Okay, Hears and Professor are very good in this matchup. Rivalry may also be okay. Oh, and Fotsis. Do we want that Fotsis now? I think yes, because I want to know if they have like counter magic. Or maybe we can play turn 3 to check. After 2 turns, we can play turn 2 Hears, turn 3 Fotsis, and then hopefully resolve the Professor. And now we can just take a fetch land and be happy with our life. We want two black sources. So maybe we can fetch the strand for sewers and this one for this. This isn't very useful in this matchup. Okay, this one is one to kill, but we still have first. We can exile our own graveyard if opponent will start exiling it.
Shear the wool from your eyes and scream you clarity.
Maybe I should have used Fotsis earlier, because yeah, they have stuff like Oko. Now we've got a problem to deal with that Oko. Do I want to exile my own graveyard to maybe crew this Hills to destroy Oko? Oh, Rivalry kills my Hills, that's not good. I'm not sure. We can use this graveyard later. Okay, now we can do everything we ever wanted. Say goodbye to this Emeritus. And the only thing is that we take kinda beating, but if we exile our own graveyard with our heroes, then their drown in the loch is kinda useless. We won't need Massacre Girl, or maybe Rivalry.
I see you don't share my vision.
They might want to exile a graveyard with Curator. Let's see if they do this. We can start with their graveyard. Let's see if they try to counter this. Okay, now we are in kinda trouble. Because this is Prince Walker, Wizard. Yeah, now they exile an instant and the land, and that becomes a 7/7, and we are in trouble, and we have to kill this with Professor or we are dead. That's unfortunate. Getting that Overlord in graveyard will even help them. Let's hope we can resolve the Professor. They have counter magic or no?
Mediocrity will not be tolerated.
Okay, looks like we live another day. Next turn we can gain life from the Professor and hopefully they don't kill us.
Was certain.
This land is troublesome. Bargain is very good. Let's gain some life first.
Never
Now we
take
can
growth
try
for
to
granted.
find a land and deploy this Overlord or maybe... Okay, they didn't have counter magic for Professor, I hope they don't have it for the Bargain. And we want land this turn. Oh, and we have Deathrite Shaman, that's also at least some life gain potentially. Unfortunately, it can't crew the Hearse alone. That's even good for us that they attack Professor. We want still to gain life and to get the uptick.
This will only sting for a moment.
Now I think we try the Overlord and get all our mana used. Do they have a quench? No. Now do they have a quench or something like that? No. Cool. This is a fun point where we can crew the heroes and start attacking. Wastefulness could draw us something more interesting. Or maybe we can Deathrite plus Oko. Oko makes a food. That's also nice. But we already have Graveyard Hate. So maybe Wastefulness. We could attack with heals, but if they play Uro, I want to have option to kill it before to exile it and not let them cast it from graveyard. But they don't have enough cards in the graveyard. Can be blocked by non-spirit. This can't block. Okay. Let's try to be aggressive.
My prowess is on meditate and prepare.
That mystical dispute can counter either Oko or Wastefulness. Okay, now it can counter. I know it also can counter Rivalry, but not for the reduced cost. We are now in good spot. We can just kill the Narset, get another thing from our graveyard, enjoy a happy life. Now we can pay the mana for the dispute.
I have reached my limit.
In my opinion, they should have left it to make me unable to play some other stuff like Wastefulness. I want to be safe, I want to gain some life.
I can heal you.
I grace you with my lack of presence.
I'm not impressed.
Now they are very close to dying. You also have that reef ready. Now I can draw a card.
Learn something useful.
If we draw one tap land with Uro, we could swing with Hears and Overlord. But maybe let's not overcomplicate this. Just destroy this, awaken the Honor Dead, draw more cards. Or I can go straight to the yard. This can get crude. And this way, slowly but surely, I think we made it. That was a close match. That Knight Creator could have killed us. I think I should have killed that Knight Curator with Blood Chief's Thirst on my second turn instead of playing Unlicensed Heals. I just forgot how quickly it can turn into a 7/7, and yeah, it was kinda too late. Fortunately for us, it didn't cost us the game. GG's.